Yeah, so Benchmarc, our firm, we like looking after clients and helping them grow. And the younger client, I guess, doesn't just want compliance, they want the advisory side. So that's something that we try to focus on to build that stronger relationship. When they're in a stress situation, trying to get them to not dig their head in the sand. You're almost sort of trying to yank their head out of the sand to keep it above so that they can actually think. So it's trying to work through, trying to think alongside them and step them through a process when they are going into a difficult spot. I guess the nature with how you go about it, one of the things that I feel clients find scary is that they don't understand what an administrator does. They think an administrator is coming in to just wind their business up. Like they have that conversation, they're like, that's not what I was expecting. Why didn't I do this earlier? And that's the bit that you're trying to go, let's get this done now so that you know where you stand, so that we can come up with a plan, because it doesn't mean that we have to wind your business up or this is going to happen. We need to come up with a plan to come through this with someone that's got the experience. It impacts positively because they're seeing that we've got people around us that have specializations that can actually make a difference. And I think accountants get caught in this trap where they think that they're everything, a broker, a lawyer, an administrator. Whereas I feel that if you've got the right specializations around you, then the client has more faith and trust in you that you're going to point them in the right direction and not do things that are outside your skill set. So the client relationship actually gets better. You see the relief after a meeting. And that's probably the biggest thing that I've noticed, that if they have a meeting and they sit down with you and they go, I actually feel better and I can think straight about what I need to do, and I know that I can put a plan into place. And even accounting itself is becoming more and more specialized, and what you need to know, you just can't. And, you can be a GP to a certain extent, but when your clients are growing, they really need that specialized help to actually really get them to where they need to go. Yeah, look, my experience has always been positive. I've had close family referrals that have gone to you, where that's sort of at the level where if you can refer your family to someone, that shows a bit of confidence in the person or what you feel about them, that it's not just a business relationship at the end of the day, where it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, well, I'll just send this person there. I'm sending family to there when they've had an issue. The value that I get is it opens up the client. It opens them up for me to be able to have conversations with them where they're struggling. You see someone regularly, you can tell them something. However, when someone else comes in and they come from a different angle, then it allows you to get through the door in another way, where you've opened it so that I can go and talk to them about what I need to make things work. So that's where I get the most amount of value, that it really opens things up to be able to make a difference. How a client that you've dealt with that's turned around and it's been negative for either the client or myself, where it's caused me more issues, it's always led to a positive outcome. It doesn't mean that their business is going to survive, because not all of them have, but it's allowed them to free their mind up to actually make decisions and work with us to get something sorted one way or another. And people have been able to start again, and they know what they're going to do right the next time. They know what they're going to put in place where they've made mistakes that, and sometimes it's through no fault of their own. I talk about the payments to subcontractors, that they could have done everything right. They could have done the work absolutely spot on and just not received the money. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it. And it's not your fault that you're in that position. The damage you can do by not taking that initial hit and moving on and extending and prolonging, it's not only that period that you're going through, but that recovery period. It's kind of like having a broken leg. You have to let that mend, and you've done so much damage through that period that it takes longer, and you just lose all your confidence. It's building confidence in your clients when you're meeting them, because if you provide them with confidence, then they've got the ability to do more. And I know when I'm down on confidence that I'm not my best self and I'm not able to do my best work, because you're always second guessing yourself when you're in that position. Yeah, highly likely to recommend you. That's why I keep getting my clients to come and see you. You've always done a good job. I haven't had any issues with you doing that job. And I do catch up with a few accountants when I have had those conversations and you talk about who you use for certain things, that your name definitely comes up and, oh, well, he did this and this is what Eddie was able to do. I have no issues passing your name on.